Unmute your mic. Mute your mic. No, unmute it. Got him. I think they're good. I think they're good.
Hello. Alright, I think we're good now. That's really loud though. Once I'll fix it right here. What's up, guys?
Sorry about that, everybody. It looks like we can fix now.
Okay, that's mine. Yours isn't popping up though. Can you wait, talk?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, alright, you're good.
Trying to do some mic checks real quick.
I think we're good.
Good, bro?
Looks like we are good for this right on camera. Strive to start it up here. They are the first teams up in the 4v4.
FeaR, a newly formed FeaR with Dito coming in for Ricky. A little last minute change there. I don't think they got the practice a few nights, but
It'll be interesting to see what happens. If some of you guys remember, we have seen Mo assassinate a Dino team before, back at MLG Columbus 2011, I believe, for Mo. And then you put Sharp into that, going with Dino over to MVS for a bit. Now he's back on here as well, so it looks like we're going to be a solid team here. Strive, I don't know too much about them. I know about Gutsy. He's an amateur player. Pretty good out there, though, so I think Strive's going to come out here and at least give it a fight. We'll see what happens, though. But I saw FeaR scrimming yesterday, and they're looking pretty strong.
yeah, they look alright. They've been looking decent recently. They've had a bit of problems there when they first started scrimming, but I mean, coming up to a tournament, kind of like Optic as well, like teams that had a pretty hard time in a Frac Cup tournament, and then coming up, leading up to these last days, have been doing pretty well these days. So we'll have to see if they can pull it off here. But actually, Kawachi, I think, is one of the players that comes to my like open lobbies a lot. So he's definitely a player that seems to have experience and seems to know what he's doing.
Yeah, very good player, and it looks like we are going to kick it off here on Slums Hardpoint. Right now, we are looking at FiZ from Strive. He's rocking that FAL customized. You know he's got that red dot, along with most likely Select Fire. Just under 30 seconds left until it starts. Waiting for everybody to get into the lobby, make sure they are on the right teams. And it looks like everything is good. Now, Rambo, you know the foul coming out here. A lot of people have mixed opinions on that. Some think it's overpowered. Some think that it is fine. What do you think about the FAL?
It's really like you said, it's really opinionized. One thing we noticed, we actually played a few games yesterday night, and the MA was actually really good on LAN. So I think it's really about maybe online a bit. It makes it to where like the FAL might be better for players with maybe better connections, or where they don't get that many like connection shots, because online it's a lot about the hitboxes being wider. So let's see what happens here. We saw board FiZ here gets taken out by Moho. A little break off. Interesting things happen already.
Yeah, it looks like Mo right there with a big three-piece. Moving back around here, though, Dino taking out Heater. And it looks like FiZ is going to be pushing up here through Graveyard. You notice the hardpoint taking over right here. Jumps around the corner. Assassin cleans up the kill right there. Moho and Dino contributing as well with kills of their own. Now, Rambo, what are some of the key factors you have to remember when playing hardpoint on Slums?
You really have to control spawns, just like any hardpoint map, but in Slums it's even more important, because if you control spawns, then you control the hill 90% of the time. There's not many scrappy time going on except for the middle hill, especially on the side, the second, third, and fourth hill. If you don't control the spawns on those, you're not going to get any more than like 10 to 20 seconds on that, and the rest of the time is pretty much just scrappy contest time. So as we see right here, this is where Team Strive has to push forward. They have to get through the map here as they're kind of giving up spawns, and FeaR's probably setting up for the next one. As we can look on the overhead right here, they pretty much set it up already. So it's gonna be really interesting angle from FiZ from top mid, trying to get the guy in the back. That's the main anchor for the spawns. They need to be pushing this tree right here. They're not really doing that. If you don't push around the left side right here, you're just giving up the other team. They're going to keep spawning there non-stop. So
Right there, you see the pistol coming out. Though he did take out Sharp, but coming back up takes out Kawachi, and it looks like FeaR in complete control of this map so far. 63-9 for the hardpoint. You see FiZ trying that spot again, trying to see if he can take out the anchor, but Sharp pushes up there with the PPW, secures the kill, and now we're back to FiZ. But why don't we actually switch over here, go on board with FeaR, see what they're up to. Some of the favorites coming into this tournament, along with other teams such as your Roughnecks and Control team, along with Complexity and Rico, just to name a few. So it looks like FeaR in complete control at this point. 83-15 is the score. Just under 8 minutes left. And it looks like Mo's going to go back there, try to take him out. But FiZ does secure that kill.
Friendly hunter-killer drone deployed.
Looks like Strive trying to push
Hostiles
up
have
here,
captured the hard point.
Strive getting actually to first control this. So as you can see on the mini map, the overhead, they got to take out the fountain on the top side of your screen. Someone just tried to do that, but they got taken out. If they don't kill that person, they're going to keep getting good spawns. So if Strive can keep this up, they can actually come back in this game, because the third hill is probably the most important hill on this map. If you control the spawns on the third hill, you're evidently going to control the spawns on the fourth hill when it switches. So really important kill streak from Strive. They want to turn this around. They got to do big things right now.
Yeah, and it looks like Moho did just take control of the hard point. Now turns around, catches Gutsy coming around the corner. Now it looks like Mo's going to just try to hold on to this hard point for a bit longer. He sees that his teammates have the support behind him, but Kawachi takes out his teammate Gutsy, but he does pick up Moho at the same time. Not going to do much there though. Moho coming back on the spot. He's still in complete control. 110-33 is the score on Hardpoint Slums so far, and it looks like FeaR should be able to take this one right now, but there is a lot of time left.
That was some huge kills by whoever that found there. I don't know, Mo and Assassin seemed to be trying to push that person, and they got taken out. Those were pretty much game-ending kills if Mo and Assassin would have got those. They would have got full time on this hill as well, and at that point they would have been really far up. My mic's really loud. One sec, I'll try and fix this.
Here goes. Going to fix his mic, everybody. So while he does that, why don't we take a look at FeaR Mo, see what he's able to do. Back around here, takes out Gutsy, dips back around the corner, turns around, but Heater is waiting for him. Down goes Moho. Dito follows. Assassin with a kill of his own, though, to try to bring FeaR back into this. Gets some man control on the hardpoint. You see the smoke right there. Moho moving back around here. Why don't we switch over to another player now to see what they're doing? Get Sharp back in that PDW. It looks like he's going to actually go in here and contest the hardpoint right now.
They're doing big. Actually, Strider was coming back a bit. They're starting to make plays. My mic's still super loud. I'll try and fix this as we go along, guys. But mainly, they're starting to do better now. Like you can see on the stat sheet, they were doing really bad at the start of the game. They're actually starting to get back up in the slaying zone, which is really important, especially on Slums. But they're only 60 seconds down now. It's not over at all.
Yeah, it looks right now like you see Strive coming back slowly. 3 down, 4 FeaR right there. But Kawachi goes down, and so does Gutsy to the hands of Dito in the FAL. You see a lot of FAL plays so far. 132-64 is the score. Heater goes down, but he takes Sharp with him with that frag grenade. And now Assassin will move up, take out Gutsy. And now Sharp's trying to control his hardpoint with the PDW. Spots the nade coming in, turn it back.
Friendly Hellstorm missile inbound.
He will be able to take out Heater. You see Assassin with the 2-piece from that Hellstorm. Sharp goes down to another frag from FiZ.
Yeah, really good plays there, and you can see Sharp just had lightweight and just strapped on the flat jacket right after he got killed by that grenade. Really interesting plays here by the teams. You're going to be seeing that a lot of that today. I feel like this is the turning point of this game where people start reacting with their classes. A lot of the things we saw in Fracos is people kind of like just play with the same classes the entire period of the game, not really reacting to what the other team's doing class-wise, which is a new meta game that we have now. But people are starting to use like flat jacket, which people are greedy and start out without flat jacket, and as the game goes along, if they get stunned, they'll put on tac mask, and if they get nade, they'll put on flat jacket, depending on what the other team's using.
Yeah, it looks like flat jacket definitely playing a role. Sharp wanted to put that on. Now he's going to move back around here. Dito taking out FiZ. You see Sharp just trying to play that anchor role right now for his team. Dito cleans up Gutsy. Assassin in the hard point right now. Moving around here. Kawachi as well as Heater picking up kills, except
Hardpoint contested.
Well, they need to control spawns better. They really need to like preemptively
Hardpoint
move.
is ours.
At this point, they do have a good shot at it. As we look at the overhead, they shouldn't just be giving up on this
killer
at this
drone
point.
inbound.
They're getting good spawns, so as you can see on the mini-map, all the red guys is our Strive team, so they can definitely come back if they get some good time off these 2 hills. It's 120 possible seconds. They're only down by 100, so but they need to get some slaying done right here, or else it's going to be game over. This third hill is going to decide if they can come back or not.
Hunter-killer drone on standby. Friendly hunter-killer drone deployed.
This is what Strive needs to do right now to get back into this. They are controlling him right now to the fact that FeaR is having
Hardpoint contested.
right as I say that, Sharp goes down to there to save the day, taking out the box.
I didn't like the plays there from Peter. If you looked at his score streak meter, he had a chance to get a lightning strike, one more kill. And sitting in core in that situation was kind of too. It was a bit predictable. A lot of people do that, so especially with his AR, is foul none the least, which is not really the best close range weapon. unless he would have been scoping in, but he tried to like connect on the hip fire. It didn't really work out for him, so that's probably going to cost him the game in the end. Pretty much, he had a chance he had a VSAT on too, so if he got a landing strike, it could have came into a VSAT. A VSAT could have really helped him in that situation.
Hostile hunter-killer drone inbound. Hardpoint is ours. Hardpoint contested. Timeline is in jeopardy.
Is absurd on land. See Heater take out Assassin, but Moho with 3 taking out Heater and Kawachi there at the end before falling to Gutsy. Sharp still in the hard point. 13 seconds left.
Hunter-killer drone ready for deployment.
Yeah, this game is pretty much mathematically impossible.
Hunter-killer drone deployed.
Most they can get is 120 seconds. They can't even do that, so even if they were to come back miraculously at the very end, it's not going to happen. So you can see FeaR takes up map 1. We're going to be looking at the stat board. See how the sling went. We followed Heater for a good amount of time there. He was racking up a good amount of kills. It just seems like he kind of fell on the hill a lot, which is an AR player. You kind of want to keep those AR players cutting off those choke points more than often. Maybe something that it just happened because maybe his SMG players are dying a lot. But as we can see, Kawachi and Gutsy here, their SMG players having a hard time against FeaR. Really showing.